Hello everybody and welcome back to G for G Games for Gamers. Today we are here in Marvel Avengers Alliance and we are dealing with the week in MAA. Today is Saturday, December 20th. Merry Christmas everybody. I'm sure I probably will not have another video out by Christmas, so I'm going to take the opportunity now to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. So, this week in Marvel Avengers Alliance, if I could sum it up in one word, I would just absolutely say wow. That is my word for the week, for this week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Just sheerly wow. They have crammed so much into this week. It's nutty. So we have the end of the month gold sale. And we of course have the discounts, and what they're throwing you this month is the Bruiser suit. It is Bruiser Empowered Squared. You look at it and you think, oh wow, that's not really that good, but like the other ones from the gold sales is that they give you 2 ISOs. So you don't get any special suit actions, but you do have the ability to run 2 ISOs similar to heroes without alt suits. That is perhaps very good if you have a tactic in mind for a double ISO Bruiser. Then, you may want to get in on this. However, I will say that you may want to hold off if you are looking for a good Bruiser suit, and that is due to the PvP season that we are facing currently. So if we go here in the news, we see that Coulson's Revenge is on sale until Christmas Eve. If you do not have this weapon, I say yes, this is absolutely a purchase. This has PvP uses, this has PvE uses. It is more than just a buff stick, it is a phenomenal heavy hitter. If you are thinking of running groups with Molly Hayes where she can attack and attack and attack until her heart desire runs out, she falls asleep, the Coulson's Revenge is a great item, and this is, even in today's PvP, capable of one-rounding somebody off the board. My agent was one-shot by one of these in the last PvP season, the Karnak season. My jaw fell to the ground when that happened. I knew the gun was good, but I didn't know it was going to do that much damage, and the agent wasn't really that buffed. It is fire, it is energy, it is ranged, and it is tech, so the Mystic will shut it down, but the passive is not removable. You get coordinated attack to all allies. Coordinated attack is people can join in on attacks. If you have one of the Avengers suits, you get cooperative defense, and you get collaborative effort if you're running 2 Avengers. Well, nobody runs 2 movie suits anymore. But the passive on the gun, the coordinated attack, does apply to everybody. And this was sort of a staple of quick lock groups, and this may be very, very good for Molly Hayes groups. You have, for 60 gold, the PvP Infiltrator suit. This is the Empowered generation, not the Fist generation, so this is one generation back. I would not recommend this as a purchase. I think for 60 it is too expensive. I think the discount is not enough. It's only 1 gold. The Coulson's Revenge is 4. If you have an older Coulson's Revenge, it will cost you 48 to reforge. But you will reforge to your level. You will not reforge to your level plus 10. So if that 4 extra gold means something to you, simply reforge your Coulson's. If you have money to burn, absolutely, absolutely get this weapon. It doesn't come around that often, but it has come around a little bit more in 2013 and 14 than previously. You had the Predictive Empowered ISO 8. Mockingbird gains mock combat, which triggers before the enemy attacks. So if an infiltrator goes to hit her, she turns into a scrapper. This is of course free if you farm her heroic, but that is one of the more annoying heroics, especially if your Mockingbird is under-leveled. And actually, this ISO makes the heroic more tolerable. So, it's often been quoted as saying, like, it's the heroic gained item that makes the heroic more fun. But, there are strategies for farming that heroic. This one you are paying 30 gold for time. You have the Echo Tech Blaster. It is customized. It is part of the Manning set. It does Boonbuster, which, aside from the Hand of the Apocalypse and the Blade of the Corruptor, nothing else for the agent will do that, so you may want to get it for that. It does Buff Blocker, and it causes collapsing infrastructure. So there is a research task where you make a, like, poor man's version of this. The difference between the two is that this does higher damage because it's 10 levels above, and the one that you research may cause psychic debuffs on yourself. This one does not cause the psychic debuff, so you are paying 64 gold for it to be 10 levels higher in damage and not give you things like Disoriented and whatnot. If you are immune to psychic debuffs, you can make the non-customized one work, but you would have to be running something that makes you immune to it, like the Mystic in the first round, like maybe the Light Fantastic. The only thing is the Light Fantastic you would be using after the tech consumes your turn, so if you were doing a Tactician, you could proc the suit, fire the blaster. If you get debuffed, you can then turn around and use the Light Fantastic to get rid of it. Or if you were running something that, of course, said you're immune to psychic debuffs. You have the new PvP items, and they are a jump of about 5k worth of bonus. So if we take a look at the Monster's Jaw, it's 12k and 6k. And if we take a look at a Lethal Hand Wrap, it is 7k and 4k. So that goes to show you that Wallet Warriors have a huge return for their investment over here. And the older items are on sale for a pack of 6. I would say, you know, if you had some holes in your armory, getting one pack of 6 of the ones that you want is worth it. We have a new PvP season available, and perhaps one of the most shocking and controversial PvP rewards that we have seen in a long time right now. So already we have somebody who is 120 and 120. This, I don't trust that whatsoever. Like, at least this guy, you know, this is more believable, this guy in 4th, because it means his defense is losing a little bit. This, unless he's just never taken a defense or his defense is that good, I can't imagine 120 and 120. That's ridiculous. 169 and 150 is more reasonable. The 107, the 90, 102, all of this is more reasonable. But these top two, yeah, I don't necessarily believe that. Here I am down in Diamond. I had a very easy 5 and out today. I fought one guy when I was in the 900s who was down in the 600. It was this poor guy Apache. He was like, had Human Torch and Doctor Strange. Non-suit Doctor Strange. I felt bad for that guy. So, the rewards. Oh boy, here we go. Strap in, folks. 100k silver. 10 gold. This nifty little T-Bolt glove over here, which kind of turns you into the Red Hulk. You protect allies from melee attacks. You reduce damage received from counterattacks by 50% for all allies. So, if you are running a tactically heavy group, infiltrators will be doing 50% less damage if they retaliate on you. One enemy is subdued, one enemy receives combo setup, and you drain health and stamina from attackers when attacked by non-psychic melee attacks. Yeah, it's like Red Hulk slightly. Red Hulk would absorb any attack that isn't psychic, but on this one you're only getting melee. But this is a phenomenal protector weapon that goes really good with the Vibranium reward. This is the 5th generation of the Bruiser suit, and this is perhaps the most impactful suit since the tactical armor. No, I'm just not discounting the generalist armor, but the generalist armor was given to everybody, so it kind of gave them a PvP worthy suit if they were not doing well in PvP. But, you know, a little bit of a stamina restore and the ability to run morale boost I don't think compares to the tactical suit. And this bruiser suit is just hands down amazing. If you understand English and you were watching this video, you have to get this suit. You need to do everything possible to get this bruiser suit. When I was thinking about my content of this video as I was driving home from work yesterday, I wanted to drive home the point. It's not like you see PvP suits come on sale very often. Of course, I get home and the infiltrator suit is for sale, so that I'm eating those words, but still, it will be a very long time before you see 5th generation suits available to the general populace. You have to get this suit. You're immune to neutralized. You have very good base attack and accuracy, which is phenomenal for a bruiser suit. Your defense, health, and stamina are solid. You can use a bruiser ISO, like a protect gives you an extra turn. You have bruiser safeguard, reduces damage received by 25%. You protect against single N area, and you have a chance to apply cower. My God, think of the groups that jump off the page at you if you have the suit. One of the first ones that hits me, and is in the current meta, this would be great for a Guardians of the Galaxy team. If you are, you have the chance to apply cower, which works very well with Gamora, who has the chance to apply it too. You're reducing damage. You have the Guardian Insignia, which gives you combat training. You could use the Rune of Resolve on yourself or somebody else. You can use any one of the tanking gadgets or weapons like Blade of the Guardian and the T-Bolt glove over here. And you will literally be a brick shithouse. You will be a brick wall that just laughs at so much damage. If you slot yourself with unstunnable, or an unstunnable item like the Monstrosity, or the satellite support so that nobody can be invisible against you, nobody will be able to get around your tanking unless they are doing psychic attacks. And that's rare. My team of X-Force Archangel and X-Force Tactical Psylocke would actually have trouble with this suit. Psylocke would be able to get around people, but Angel would not. Angel would get protected against, because he's just stealthy. So, phenomenal suit. Everybody needs to try to get Vibranium. Adamantium with Nova, Kid Nova, is not very good. And actually, if you go to the Marvel Avengers Alliance wiki, everybody is in a huge uproar that we got the kid version of Nova over here. Let's take a look at him, and you'll kind of see why. So there's my Karnak. He's just turned level 6. He now has the level 6 item, which is Probe, Leverage, and Blow. I enjoy using him. I love that head of his. It's funny. It's always cracked me up, but it's always looked like a villain to me. Kind of reminded me of Leader. I think it was Leader who went with either Hulk or Iron Man. I don't remember, but yeah, he's fun to level. I have the lockboxes now for Fixer. I've been working on him. I thought he would be a slow ramp up because of the fact that you have mines after automated fire, and one of his, talent levels is spent getting a, stance shifter, but he does a lot of damage. I'm very impressed with him. Crystal has impressed me a little bit when I've used her in the Spec Ops. I hate her face on her sprite, though. It looks like she ran into a frying pan and is very pissed off about it. Especially over here. I mean, here it just looks like she ran into a wall and is very pissed off about it. Looking forward to the hybrids. It'll be interesting to see if you have to buy these suits or what they're going to do over there. I really enjoyed the Magic Daily one. That was a lot of fun. I did not enjoy the Spider Friends one because Scream was an absolute twat. I hated fighting her, especially with her being a tactician against blasters. I got it done with Thane. Thane nanoplagued her, and I just tried to beat on her as much as possible, but absolute nuisance she was. So here's Kid Nova. He has the black helmet, which says early warning, chance to dodge and counter enemy attacks. His stats are really skewed for a blaster. He has crappy health, somewhat decent stamina, phenomenal attack like you would expect, somewhat decent defense, but an accuracy of 2. If they swapped his defense and accuracy, I would understand it, but his accuracy is just trash, and that's what a blaster lives on. But his evasion is very good, so he's almost like a bruiser infiltrator, basically. But we'll see what happens with his accuracy here. So he has Nova Blast, and this is a multifunction. Depending on which one you use, whether you use the Blast or the Big Bang Blast, you either gain Mastery or you gain Force Control. Force Control gives you accuracy, Big Bang Blast gives you attack and defense, and you cause pressure points with these. All enemies are exposed and weakened, or all enemies are dizzy and slowed. Which, by the way, today's soundtrack is brought to you by Altis. A link will be in the description. They just do really good, chill, wonderful, relaxing, soft background music. Really good to, decompress after a day of work or something. You have Charged Flyby. It is a quick action that hits one enemy with opportunistic debuffs. So he's now doing pressure points, and he's now doing opportunistic ones. You have Nova Punches. And what Nova Punches does is it says based on whether you have control or mastery, you will either do catastrophic damage or you will do Paragon Exploiter, Opportunity Exploiter, and cause Intimidated. So if you have control, you're catastrophic. If you have mastery, you're going to do Overkill Mastery. And maybe if you have both, you'll do both. So he could potentially have a huge, huge hit over here. But just by the base, look at that. 6%, 1%? Very, very odd. And you have Finger Laser, which if you have control, you have guaranteed hit and stealthy. If you have mastery, you get Fatal Blow and ignore defense. So it's essentially like he's either just like a catastrophic supernova or a really tight, basically like a straight line rocket. It kind of changes whether he's this, ballistic chaotic force or he's, really in control and precise. So, yeah, Molly Hayes. Think about her with the suit. Think about that Vibranium Award, and think about Molly Hayes giving you a stack of Enraged off the bat. I think Molly Hayes, the Bruiser suit, and Anti-Venom will be a phenomenal team-up. Here's why. Your Agent and Anti-Venom gain a stack of Enrage without doing anything. Anti-Venom is capable of disabling the enemy team enough to make them not a threat. If you look at your Agent, and you combine something like the Savage Axe, which says attack and accuracy is increased by 10%, the Flamethrower, which says attack is increased by 10, and the Primitive Spear, which also acts like the Savage Axe, but with more stats. If you run a Neurotrope and those other 3 items, you could potentially one-shot somebody off. If you run all 3 items and the Coulson's Revenge, you will one-shot somebody off. If you take one of those out and put in the Neurotrope and get strengthened, you will one-shot somebody. So, really, everybody needs to get the suit. Everybody needs to get Molly Hayes and just go to town. And Coulson's Revenge has a chance to proc when Molly's doing her infinite items. So, I think you've got a phenomenal team up there. I really hope everybody does get the suit. I hope everybody gets Molly Hayes. Maybe other really good Bruiser Protectors. I mean, like Hercules could be phenomenal in the first round or two with somebody like Molly Hayes. Heimdall, if you make his Yallarhorn a quick action with Rally. Over here, he'll do his Vigilance and he'll do his Yallarhorn with Rally, and then if he's enraged and he Hofun somebody right in the first turn, forget it. Like, somebody's gone there. So absolutely get that suit, absolutely get Molly Hayes, and just have fun with it. So that's what we're looking like here in the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. We had the PvP that started less than a week from the other season, but it's a short season. It's 20 days. I hate when PvP is that close, but after getting my first Ada finish, I'm, more happy about that. Today's daily mission is to use gods only, so I think it's going to be Herc and Heimdall. a lot. Maybe Thor and Herc a little bit for some fun. And I haven't played it yet, but should be good. Over here, I'm just about ready to face the heroic boss in Mission 2. Hopefully get 2 stars, use this task of using the blaster. And yeah, so in case I don't see you guys before Christmas, everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay tuned for some videos before Christmas. We're probably going to pop over to HOTS and look at the new skins. And we may go over, discuss of Hearthstone, which is now available on Android tablets. If you install it and play a game on Android, you'll get a free pack. But if you're using an authenticator, be prepared. The Android version will ask you for your authenticator number every time you sign in. So take that warning. So take care, everybody. Have a good holidays.